Hello everyone! Hey! Oh my god! That was a quick video from me, wasn't it? You're used to waiting months for any news from my side. But I uh, I showed my pizza mosh pit video to a friend yesterday, and uh, just he liked the story, and I remembered that I wanted to make a few more videos like that, with funny stories, or in today's case, kind of a weird, creepy story. Um, Things that happen to me and people around me. So yeah, today hesitated between titling this video. Um, well, my brain has stopped working. That's a good start, isn't it? So yeah, I hesitated between life is a soap opera and reality is stranger than fiction. And frankly, both are perfect for this story. Um, this happened roughly 20 years ago. Roughly 20 years ago. And back then, I was either finishing college and starting university, or around that time. Probably starting university at that point. And I had made a group of friends outside of college and university, and they were all like 5 years younger than me. So I was more or less like the big brother of the bunch, and we were friends for several years. Uh, and this story is mainly about the guy who was at the center of the group and a few more around, including me. So, as you know, this is pure amateur hour. So I made a very, very badly made diagram. So here's who will be participating to this story. So right in the middle, oh yeah, that's a middle finger, we will have the asshole. So yeah, of course I'm not using their real names. I'm not doxing anyone here. Then we had, let's call him Pothead, even though he did not smoke pot. And then we had the Wicked Witch of the West, who was going out with Pothead at that time. Then we have T-Bone here, and let's call her Max. Now, of course, I was also part of the story, but I'll explain how everyone was part of the story, where everyone fit, etc., etc. So yeah, the thing was that everyone from the group kind of they all met through the asshole. That sounded wrong. So we all met because of him. And he was a kind of guy, like a party guy. Really fun to be around, when you were doing activities. But not the kind of guy you could, he was not the type of person you would want your daughter bring back home. There's a reason why I named him asshole here. Okay, so here's the thing. So we were friends. We had been friends for a long time, and I'll give a little bit more information about asshole. He was a guy that I had one problem with. and it was the way he treated women. Because the guy was always flirting with every single girl he met. Um, which, on paper, is not really a bad thing. However, so he flirted until he found a girlfriend. So, okay, sure, right? So no need for flirting anymore. But no, whenever he had a girlfriend, he would keep on flirting with everyone else to have backup girlfriends. Because the way he treated women, the relationship was bound to fail very quickly. So that way he wanted to have like door B, door C, door D that he could just open and cross whenever shit happened, and that annoyed me quite a bit. Uh, I'm, let's face it, I like the ladies a bit too much, but I'm also the type of person, who, when they have found someone that they love, screw the rest. So I had some issues with that, but hey, it's his life. So I let him do what he wanted as long as he was not really hurting anyone. So now, this comes into effect for this story because, yups, sorry about that. As we can see, we have the asshole here, and one of our friends, T-Bone here, and Max was a girl. The thing is that, of course, asshole tried his luck with Max and failed miserably. Our friend T-Bone was not really an expert with the ladies, so he was a virgin, he had never had a girlfriend, etc., etc. So, asshole, looking, trying to look good in front of the rest of the group, decided to have Max meet him. Meet T-Bone, I mean. Because, of course, things had not worked out between Asshole and Max. So he figured, hey, I'll look good if I introduce Max to T-Bone, That'll look good, won't it? The thing is, he did not expect T-Bone and Max to hit it off, which they did. And that was the start of the problem. Because what we found out later on is that the guy was a narcissist. And not only was he flirting with every girl he met, but he expected them to like him. Now, he was not just doing it for the statistical chance of the flirting working. No. He really thought that every single woman around him must love him. So when Max and T-Bone hit it off, it pissed him off so much. So this is when Pothead and Wicked Witch of the West just came into the story. Why did I name her Wicked Witch of the West? That's another story. But yeah, that's for another day. So the thing is, at some point, T-Bone came to me and said, "Oh man, I heard a disturbing rumor from Max, my girlfriend. She told me that her friend told her that Wicked Witch of the West and Asshole slept together, and Wicked Witch of the West was going out with Pothead at that time, which meant that if that were true, Asshole was sleeping with his friend's girlfriend, which is a total and utter dick move. Let's face it. There's a reason why there's the expression bros before hoes, but yeah, let's just forget that for a second. So, he came to me with that information, and you know, I was older, and I was the one that people came to when they needed advice, so that was a rough one. I really didn't know how to approach the issue. I mean, on one hand, I had no way to prove that, but you know, I had to take the information at face value. So either I had two choices: either I keep the information to myself, or I tell Pothead about his girlfriend and asshole. Now, on one hand, if I keep the information for myself, I don't hurt him. But if he finds out that his girlfriend was sleeping with an asshole, and that I knew, then that would really strain our friendship. And of course, on the other hand, if I told him, that could also put a strain on our friendship. So, of course, it would probably mean serious trouble in his relationship. So I digested the whole story for several weeks, and I finally decided to tell him. So I meet Pothead and I say, I heard that Wicked Witch of the West slept with Hassel. So of course, talks to his girlfriend, and she said, what the hell? I never slept with that guy. Once again, you take information at face value. So if she says she hasn't slept with him, she hasn't slept with him, as far as we know. Which would mean that this story made no sense. So we dug deep. And the Wicked Witch of the West talked to Asshole. Because where did that story come from? What the hell? And that's when Asshole admitted that he was the one who started the rumor and told Max's friend, because he knew she was a blabbermouth and that she would tell the story to Max, who would tell the story to T-Bone. And he said he did that because he wanted to prove that she could not be trusted with a secret? What the fuck? I mean, what kind of total and utter psychopath would think this is a good idea? I mean, seriously. Oh, let me invent a story where I sleep around with one of my friend's girlfriend just to prove that the girlfriend of another friend can't be trusted. Makes no sense whatsoever. So, of course, people did not believe that reason. Who knows what was the truth? Who knows? However, this is not the end of the story. Because roughly a week later, T-Bone came to me and said, Asshole wrote me an email, and it's fucking weird. So I said, well, yeah, show it to me. So he sent me a copy of the email, and wow. Just wow. It was like reading the Unabomber manifesto. It was fucking weird. It was literally like being able to see into the mind of a psychopath. The way it was written It would start with something innocuous. Something like, you know, guys, I really love all of you and I respect all of you, but you're all a bunch of fucking idiots! Okay. You know, Max is a nice girl and I respect her completely. But she's a fucking liar and she's ensorcelled all. She's bewitched every last one of you. And it just kept on going like that, paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. It would one sentence where he's kind of trying to butter you up, and then he just like gives you the finger, and it just kept going and going. That what the fuck? What is wrong with that guy? And that is when we really realized the guy was a complete nutbag, a nut job. And after that, we started talking to one another, you know, in the group. Uh, and we realized that when he was with me, he would often say bad stuff against Pothead or T-Bone. When he was with Pothead, he would say bad stuff about me and T-Bone and another guy from the group. When he was with T-Bone, he would talk against me, against Pothead, and whatever. That was his game. It was a guy who needed to be at the center of the universe, at the center of everyone's universe. Everything had to revolve around him. And he simply could not accept the idea that the other members of the group would develop friendships on their own, where he was not involved. Now, of course, we had the group, but, you know, people find affinities and they become, you know, stronger friends, closer friends. And he could not handle that. He simply could not handle that. So, sadly, you know, the group kind of broke. A couple of guys stayed with Asshole, but T-Bone, Pothead, and the rest, and me and the rest, you know, we said, screw this. The guy is a mental case, and not in a good way. So yeah, that was. It's not the last time I saw Asshole. I crossed paths with him at least once, several years later. And I have no idea if he ever got better, but I sincerely doubt it. I mean, just to give you an idea, his favorite book was Machiavelli's The Prince, which kind of gives you all the steps on how to control people. And he wanted to be a politician. So, you know, every little detail pointed in the direction of complete and utter asshole, narcissist, manipulator. So I doubt he changed. I hope he did. But you know, I'm not, frankly, I'm not really hopeful. So yeah, thankfully, the relationship between T-Bone and Max survived this whole thing, and they got married like 7 or 8 months later, and we had an issue. At that point, T-Bone and I had falling out because I gave him good advice and he took it personally. Max and T-Bone had known each other for like 9 months. No, 6 months, I think. So, between 6 and 9 months. So they were still, you know, pretty early in the relationship. And they decided to get married. They were young. You know, Max was T-Bone's first girlfriend. I have no idea if T-Bone was Max's first boyfriend. But they were young. They had not known each other for a long time. So I told T-Bone, you know, what you should do is rent an apartment together and live together for a while. And if you see it's working out, then get married. And this is just good advice. It's a bit early to get married. You don't know each other well enough. And he got pissed because he interpreted it as if I was saying you shouldn't marry her. That's not what I was saying. I said, you know, get to know each other better. That's all. I mean, that's pure logic. But yeah, sadly, didn't like it, so we lost contact. And I haven't seen him since, which is too bad. I think last time I heard about him, he had children, so I don't know if they're still together. I hope they are. But I'm not holding my breath. As for the Wicked Witch of the West and Pothead, well, I know they're not together anymore, but as I said, one of these days I will talk about the Wicked Witch of the West, and oh god, that one was trouble. So, hope you enjoyed the story. It was really weird. It was the first time I really realized that I was hanging out with someone who was deeply disturbed, and to a point where they could not even analyze their own actions, realize what they were doing. That email was the stuff of legends. It was really fucking weird. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the story, and I'll see you next time.